The Walking Dead, they introduced Fear the Walking Dead, and I said no. I said I'm not watching that. I don't even like Power. I've been on record. We've been talking about it all thing. This last season, I'm like, I don't like it anymore. I watched them last 2-3 episodes, and I'm like, yo, I kind of want to see the spinoff. And I have not seen a show spin off a bad season into 5 legitimately decent-looking shows. Like, I'm like, man, I'm probably going to watch these. So 50 Cent probably going to wind up owning Stars one day.
He probably already doing, just
Stars
not talking
or
about it.
Lionsgate or something like that.
Yeah.
Shouts out to 50 Cent.
Shouts out to 50 Cent. In case you haven't seen Power, 50 Cent killed.
Oh, my God.
He killed a Ghost.
Shut up.
That's not what happened.
He wrote about the show.
It's not what happened.
About the show. So who knows? And again, I still don't believe Ghost dead. So, anything can happen. He going to pop up. 50 Cent popped up, and Kanan gave a whole speech.
Yeah.
A whole speech.
On his interview yesterday, he was like, it's like a flashback. And Charlamagne's like, nigga, that ain't no flashback. He's like, you know how? He tried to justify it, but Charlamagne was like, nah, fam.
It wasn't.
Fam.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
That's crazy, though. It's like how it ended, and then, I don't have a show to watch. It just ended like we saw the character that, whatever, Tariq goes to college, and then it just fades to black and ugly as ever. However, I stay Houston down to my socks. It's Avery, like a very nice guy, also known as Carlton Banks. Carlton with a KBN triple X. Carlton with a KBN triple X. That's me. Yep, ding. There we go. Ding, ding, ding. That's me. All right. Also, we have the co-host right over there, my brother, the guy who writes for the Houston Press, also writes everything. Like, he's going to write a book pretty soon. I'm lying. I don't know what the hell he's doing. But no, he's my brother over there, Just Devon. You should write a book.
Now, if I write a book, you're going to be like, I'm the one that told you to write a book. Everybody's always writing a book. I've been writing a book since. I'm lying.
Oh, like, why you coming for me, nigga?
No, I'm just saying. I know you're trying to get in on the royalties.
I wouldn't do that to you.
You should get out here and start producing music again.
I've already whoa, never mind. I'm doing it like Joe Budden. You think it's not gonna happen?
I'm managing you. Bam, bam. Okay, no sound effect? All right, that's cool.
Fuck your management, nigga. Also, we got a couple of people in the studio today. One of them we've had before. His name is Chad Black. Probably the best interview that we've had. Not even probably. It was literally the best interview.
It was a great interview.
It was the best.
We'll tag that in.
We'll tag that in. And also, we have he brought somebody with him. When we were talking to Chad Black before, he was talking about a media company that was developing. Well, not developing, already had, and the 713 agency. And so everything with that. And he has one of his people with him today. A gentleman from Rocky Mount, North Carolina, is a choreographer, a dancer, digital media influencer, also known as Looney, who gained fame by demonstrating his dance skills via Instagram. Also, he was been on Twitter on his account called I Live to Dance in November, and published his first Instagram photo in November of 2012. Also was a popular figure on the defunct app called Vine with more than 50 million loops and 100,000 plus followers. Also called himself Looney Tune on that act. That was pretty clever.
I like Looney Tune.
Yeah. And let's just introduce him. The Reggie Ray.
Yo, what's up?
Also with
the Reggie Ray.
Chad Black.
What's up? First off, before we even get into it, because some people are, the Reggie Ray. The people that know Reggie Ray know Reggie Ray. The people that don't know Reggie Ray, y'all know Reggie Ray. Y'all do.
Yeah.
Y'all don't think y'all know Reggie Ray.
Just show the video.
Know Reggie Ray. Let's show the Lil' Kim one, because so many people, and we got to talk about this. There are brands and businesses and everything, and people that capitalize off this because, like, I knew who you were before I knew who you were.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw your videos, and I was like, when he said we got the Reggie Ray, I was like, I went and looked you up, and I was like, yo, that dude?
Yeah.
I love that dude's videos. Dude is hilarious.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see what he did with the Lil' Kim performance.
Hot damn ho! Here we go again.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
Let's see that.
What was that? The BET Awards, right?
Yes.
The hip hop one.
Oh yeah.
Hip hop awards tribute.
Man, that's dope. Man.
Coming in this game with some violent shit. Picture stuff, I just to get to the top. I put 100%. Every line I drop is the Q to the B with the M-O-E-B. Queensbridge, Brooklyn, D-double-E-P. Whoa, y'all wish I did a life I live. Yo, body, don't tell them what this is done. Yo, it's the real shit to make you feel. Happy vibing out.
Yeah.
This drugs to your eardrum, the war uncut. Happy the OD, cause it's never enough. Yo, it's the real shit to make you feel. Real, baby.
Everybody did that dance for months, not because of Lil' Kim, it was because of you.
Reggie.
Yeah, it was
Man.
all Reggie.
You know,
all
I would
Reggie.
say
that's crazy. I had fun doing that video.
you look like you have fun doing
Yeah.
all of the videos.
Yeah.
My first and the question how are you deciding the inanimate objects
Yeah, man.
that are going to represent? Because that's the fun. I'd be
That's the
watching your
best
videos
part.
waiting to see, like, yo, my man has a chair to represent the dancers. When you panned out the camera and it was like the teddy bears watching the audience, I was like, dog, that's hilarious. Like,
They'll have like reoccurring like
Yeah.
inanimate objects, and that makes you feel even better because you'd be like, I saw that teddy bear 2 videos ago.
Right,
Or you'll see
exactly.
like a
Somebody
bottle,
a giraffe.
and I'll be like, what? Like I'm like, wow, now I'm a fan of this bottle now.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, yo, like you could put so much product placement in your stuff. You got a good thing going.
you got a great thing going.
So like, where did you start? Like as far as not even just on the internet, you started doing choreography, correct?
Yeah, I started doing choreography. I've been dancing since I was like 8.
Okay.
But I got into I started off freestyling and stuff. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I got into choreography as I got older because I'm not a trained dancer. I kind of just like learned on my own.
Yeah.
And then I started taking dance classes like when I was like maybe a couple years ago, 2, 3, 4 years ago.
And this is in North Carolina?
Yeah, North Carolina.
And
Yeah.
this is where you're born?
Yeah, North Carolina.
Okay, because you're our
Sure.
first guest that's from,
You're
not
like
our
a
first, I
helicopter.
mean,
Are you serious?
your connection to Houston, we usually interview Houston people. Your connection to Houston is through Chad.
Yeah.
Chad with the 713 agency. And so I was like, yeah. But when he told us, he's like, yo, I got Reggie Ray. Looking, I was like, absolutely.
Oh yes.
Like, bring Reggie
Yeah.
here.
I appreciate it.
Thank you
Yeah.
guys. And
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
oh man.
you're doing choreography. And then, I mean, I guess, what were your plans? Like, you were like, okay, I'm just going to get into dance. How am I going to get into there or what?
What you mean as far as just like
Oh, in terms of, were you always planning on being like, yo, I'm going to be like this comedian staple in the entertainment industry?
Nah, cause even to this day I don't even really look at myself as a comedian.
Okay.
I just I mean I look at myself as an artist overall because I tap into different things, you know, photography, modeling, I write music. So anything artistic really. But with dancing it's kinda like always been my number one passion. And
Okay.
so, you know, I just like dance. I used to dance in my room. I dance in the kitchen. That's why I like choreograph most
Okay.
of my stuff. So yeah, that's what
Just a question.
Uh-huh.
Who dances better, Chris Brown or Michael Jackson?
That's a deep breath.
See, I mean, it
Well, Michael
depends
Jackson
on
ain't
what
dancing.
you. Depends on what you
Michael
basing it
Jackson.
off of. I mean, obviously, I would say Chris Brown seems like he has like a lot of more energy and stuff. You know, he can flip and stuff like that, and choreography look like it's more it's faster and stuff.
Mhm.
So maybe Chris.
I agree.
I would say
I
yeah,
think it's Chris.
but that doesn't take away the fact that Mike is the GOAT, of course.
Yeah.
You know, like
I think Mike is like, like Dr. J.
I understand.
Chris is like Jordan. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying big, but I'm like,
Or
Chris
Jordan
dances-
and Kobe or LeBron.
I mean,
maybe.
Chris dances hard.
Yeah.
Like Mike, I feel like even Mike is like, man, I'm not doing all that flipping. Like,
Yeah, I know
what
what
are
you
you
mean.
doing?
Right,
Like,
exactly.
I'm like, yo, look,
It's still
you
a
got
lot.
it. You got it. You
Yeah.
took my moonwalk and then you added some other
Yeah.
stuff to it. I see you.
right.
I ain't
Yeah,
doing all that.
Mike,
though.
Mike did a little. Mike did a lot with a little. Like he just came out and
Yeah.
stood there.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could just
Yeah.
stand there
Still
and
to
just
this day.
like
That's
people
it.
go crazy.
Yeah.
like,
Chris
I'm
with
like,
that
man.
crumping background and all that stuff. That's what it is.
I
like,
started
if
that
you-
too in
yeah,
high
if you-
school.
See the
See,
the
there
crumping
we
thing
go.
that takes energy. Like Mike versus Usher. Like I feel like Usher get out there and still he do a lot of Mike moves. That's what
Yeah.
that was his thing. but
Usher is, like,
flipping
smooth.
and like Chris
think,
Chris danced like he's trying to hurt
I
somebody.
think just like music, dance and movements changed.
Yeah,
That is true.
absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I think for Mike's time, he was the best dancer.
He was.
of his time.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Because I
Ah.
felt like he was super athletic for his time, but it's like once people see that and you're like, okay, now that's the standard. Now I got to take
Yeah,
it.
like
I'm
basketball,
I'm trying to do
music, yeah.
more, and Chris does a lot.
Yeah, he did.
So anyway, going back to that, you said so you were doing choreography, and then from there,
Oh yeah. So after choreography, just fast forward to when Vaughn came out, and I guess everybody make
Yeah.
accounts on there. So I kind of started like impersonating people on there. The first person I impersonated was a guy named Young Poppy, and then he like rewound my Vaughns, and then I also like had my own content, of course.
Yeah.
So I just kind of always been like good at impersonating people. I would impersonate like rappers and stuff, how they voice sound when they rap and do songs and stuff. So that's how that happened. And then Vaughn died, so I never actually promoted my Instagram on Vaughn. So it literally took me like I would make like content, but it would never like work for some reason on Instagram. So I had to find out find something that will work, to get seen and stuff.
What do you think? I guess let's go back to when Vine died, because that's something a lot of creators should probably be looking into. You'll hear people say like, you'll build up a strong following on YouTube or Instagram or Twitter or whatever, and there are different ways to get those followings. Like you don't act the same in Twitter as you do on Instagram.
Yeah.
Right? And if one dies, or if that lane dies off, like what happened with you and Vine, you gotta scramble and figure out something new. So tell us, like when Vine dies, what's kind of the first thing you're thinking?
I was just seeing like everybody that also came from Vine. It seemed like they kind of already were established on Instagram and these other places. So I'm like, man, it's kind of like I'm like the last man that's kind of like not there. I feel like I should have, been there along.
Like
with
nobody
them.
warned you the party. Like,
Yeah,
nobody
I was
told me
just
we
like-
shut down the party.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just like, man, like how am I? It took me literally 2 years to like transfer, I guess, followers from Vine to
Really?
Instagram. Yeah, to like
Okay.
find something that worked. So like my first viral video, I did a Lil Mama remake when she was posing as Beyonce, and I don't know how I came across that, but I remade that, and then it made World Star. So
Okay.
So yeah, after that made World Star, I started just going up from there. I saw that work, and I was like, wow. So I'm just like, just remake stuff. I just came across videos. I did the Bella Noche, the girl.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of my first ones too. So and then I came across like I did Tyra Banks the show
American
Top
yeah
Model.
yeah I did
Yeah.
like 2 of those, and then I started doing Love Hip Hop. So I just started remaking stuff that I thought was would be good content or funny.
Yeah. And that's why I say people have seen you. I saw you do the America's Next Top Model.
Yeah.
It's like over the years you keep seeing it. Then now we're doing this interview and having to do research, it's like, damn, I've been into your videos for like years. That's funny, man.
So I think people don't realize how long I actually been doing just remakes alone. Like I've been doing this since like November 2015.
Yeah,
Okay.
Just remakes alone, but
Yeah.
I've been doing content since like the beginning of Vine. I'm not sure when it came out, but so I've been doing that for a minute, like maybe 7 years, I think.
All right.
So yeah.
Now, as your following started, I guess what was one of the biggest things you kind of learned about doing stuff on Instagram as opposed to Vine, or like what do you feel was making it pick up?
Well, see, here's the thing. See, if Vine came back out, I would just be like, I don't know what I would do to make somebody laugh in 6 seconds. Like I've done it
Yeah.
because I gained like
Really?
over 100,000 followers. So I'm like, how in the world did I make people laugh in 6 seconds? Like I really don't remember how I did that, but it's really ways to do that. So when Instagram came with the videos, it was like, oh, I got like a lot of more time to, just like come up with content and people, can laugh and stuff like that. So that was kind of like a benefit for me, adding that extra layer of time. Because it started off with 15 seconds first with Instagram.
Yeah.
Then they went to like a minute, I believe.
Yeah.
So yeah, that helped me out
15,
a lot.
30 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they-
they keep on expanding out. 'cause
Yeah,
I feel
dude,
like
They got
they're trying to-
IGTV now.
Exactly, and
Put
that
a
helps
whole
me
show
too.
on it.
They're
Yeah.
trying to go against YouTube. You know what I'm saying? They
Definitely.
got to get this stuff
Golly.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I mean, that's interesting, too, in terms of, like, watching you. So once the platform started to build up, I guess, then what was your focus?
I just stay with the remix because I feel like once you figure out something that works,
Mm-hmm.
you stick with it. And I'm basically using that to kind of get like seen as far as like, because I feel like people don't even know that I dance or write music or rap or whatever. So, you know, I look at it as the more people that I gain as, you know, supporters or whatever, they'll go and see the other things that I do. They just won't be, because I feel like people can be one track. Once they see you as one thing or you're introduced to that one thing that you do, that's all they want.